Hey investors, let's talk about Tesla and the indexes. And this is my cat. Warren Buffett said that the best way to invest over a 20-year period is using index funds. So there's a lot of people that follow his guidance. Last year, half of the money invested in the stock market was invested in index funds. By the 31st of August, we had $4.27 trillion invested in index funds and $4.25 trillion invested in active funds. So what does this mean? This means that when a company joins the index fund, automatically there's a lot of cash from those $4.27 trillion that will be invested in the company that joined when we have any kind of rearrangement on the index. This is one of the reasons for the recent surges in Tesla, as the stock keeps fulfilling all the requirements to join the index fund. If it eventually joins the index fund, a part of those $4.27 trillion will be invested in Tesla. I did a post a while ago about Tesla joining the S&P500 index fund, and this was when Tesla was worth around $290 billion market cap, and it was almost fulfilling all the requirements to join the index fund. Meaning that there was only one left, which was having the fourth earnings report in a row of profit. And of course, as we all know, it was actually profit, and the stock was deemed valid to join the S&P 500. Fun fact, with this market capitalization of $290 billion, which is way bigger now, Tesla would be the biggest company ever joining the S&P 500. So this means that when it actually joins the index, it's all compared to the market cap, so there will be a lot of money coming into the company as soon as it joined. It would join. Actually, at that time, it will be bigger than 85% of the companies already in the index fund. So as we've seen before, there are some requirements to join the S&P 500, being the market capitalization, the volume of trades of the stock, of the ticker, and the profits. And Tesla met all of those. So why didn't Tesla just join the S&P 500? Actually, changes aren't made automatically. There's a council that meets every month and decides whether a company should join or not and how to reshuffle the entire index. And it's based on their decisions that a stock is to join or not, or to be actually removed from the index fund. And actually, what happened was Tesla was not deemed worthy of joining the S&P 500, at least for now, being that Etsy, Teradyne and Catalent were the ones that actually joined, leaving Tesla out by the time being. So, but let's just imagine that the committee said that Tesla was viable to join the S&P 500. What would happen then? Like Etsy, for instance, there was an announcement that the stock will join the S&P 500, but the effect is not taken immediately. As history tells us, there's around, like it can vary a lot, but there's around a 2-week period where the stock is announced to join and it actually joins. So we can check now for the case of Etsy. The stock was announced to join the S&P 500, but it's not effective immediately. It will be added only on the 21st September. And we can see right now there's a surge in the market because we know that there's going to be a lot of money injected into the stock once it's added to the index fund. And now the passive investment will affect that stock. So if you check the ticker right now, it's going up. Fun fact, from the day that Yahoo was actually announced to join the S&P 500 and when it joined, for 5 days it surged 64%. What? Now, since the stock market is a device to trade the future, we are always taking into consideration a lot of things that might happen. What actually happens is we are actually trading the future value of the stock. So this means that we are actually accounting all the money coming in from the index fund. And as history told us, when the stock actually joins the S&P 500 or any other index fund, the price will drop because a lot of investors will be cashing out their investments from the last 1 or 2 weeks. Now, there's a very interesting study done by Richard R. Mendenhall, sorry if I butchered the name, and let me read the name of the actual paper, which is New Evidence on Stock Price Effects Associated with a Change in the S&P 500 Index. The conclusion was that in short term, we have a high surge on the stock, and eventually when it's added, we have a cashing out of the profits, and in the long term, there's actually no change because all the investors will be there. So what he actually concluded with this study is that joining the index fund in the long term has no change at all in the price. Now the big question is, do we trade Tesla for this? Is this the reason why we do it? Well, of course not. Tesla is one of the green lights in the end of the tunnel. Its mission to kill all the petrol-moved vehicles, the solar power, the batteries, they have just an amazing story in trying to save the planet. If you've seen the introduction video for our channel, you will know that we are believers in the climate change and we should save our planet, and Tesla is doing just that. Also, Battery Day is coming and we will be paying close attention to that. There are rumors that Tesla might have new batteries and it might start supplying batteries to third-party competitors. There are some people also complaining about the balance sheet. Well, if there were, there are not anymore for sure. With the given surge on the Tesla stock, they actually used the surge to sell some stock, and they've put in their pockets $5 billion to invest back in the company. This is a growth company, guys. This is sincerely a growth company with a huge potential. Selling the stock was the correct decision. It was obvious. They need money and this is the best way to make money. There are a lot of investors that are just selling the stock because, yeah, they sold stock, and so what? They are a growth company. It makes sense selling the stock at this price. So I believe the message was clear. This is a buy and hold position for us. We love the company. We have the management team. We have the CEO. We love the mission. Like, everything is just falling in place. And now they have more money. And yeah, it just keeps getting better, the story. So what's your thoughts on Tesla? Please leave a comment down below or just reach us at the eToro platform. I'll leave a comment there and let's further discuss Tesla and its presence in our world. Have an excellent trading session, investors, and I'll see you in the next one.